Well, right now it's approaching 12 o'clock. I'm gonna take this apart. And Gill Skills and guest. Special guest approach. Well, they're both special guests. But extra guest star is supposed to appear here today. Uh-oh. The little rubber gasket fell all the way to the floor there. Or to the ground. I really should get new ones. These are kind of worn out. Yeah, I had a commenter, Copper Cruise. He's from Oz. He's from Australia. This radiator is a different thickness. And, yeah, slightly just different dimension than the one from the white pickup truck. It's like, remove the one from the white UTE over there. And I'm like, it's a different shape, size, different application. So entirely, like, he's like, just take the tank off that one, and unfortunately it won't work. I closely examined that before making my next move, because it seemed like a very good idea. And that's not really a very good idea, using pliers on that setup there, if you can avoid that. Of all the tools that I have. Using pliers is a bit arcane, you know what I mean? So yeah, even Gill Skills yesterday is like, wouldn't it be better to have a helper here all the time? Or I'm like, not really. I mean, the idea is not to be here all the time. Like, this isn't where, okay, it would be more like spending your time not in a jewelry store, but in a jewelry distribution center. Okay, not in a diamond and gold mine where the wealth is actually found, and not in a jewelry store where the merchandise is actually sold. It's like you're spending time at the jewelry warehouse where the wealth is just stored and redistributed or sent back out, or the ideal is to just be here 1 or 2 hours at the most per day, and that's it, unless I'm repairing something or whatnot. You know, a lot of times when you go to put these threads into a new radiator, the threads are trained to these threads even though they're not cross-threaded. So with the new one, you run the risk of it's either not stripped or anything like that, but you do run the risk of stripping if you're not extraordinarily careful. You run the risk of stripping the new one. So yeah, it's a Father's Day gift here, which was kind of nice of my daughter. And she retaped it up. Being careful there. Now I should turn it sideways to get it out of the box a little easier. My son, he's over there sitting in the car. He should be helping me. His friend has got him contemplating moving to Florida. From one hellish nightmare to another. With my kid. I'm not going to tell him no. Well, the last thing you need to be doing at this point in your life is moving to Florida. He's like, oh, I get my DUI straightened out. Maybe I could go to Florida. Well, it's got like adapters on there or something. Not sure why. Maybe the adapters appear larger than what my application calls for. Did you flush out your system? There's no water. There's no water here. There's no water service here at the compound. There's nothing like that. It's like being in the. It's kind of like being in the third world, sort of, or like the outback. There's only electricity here. I don't know where to put the camera, other than maybe right there. Okay, I got that part on. And now for over here. One cap, two caps. I hope it's not cross-threading. Always gently finger tighten those things on there, you know. Well, I got all that connected. Now I gotta connect the hoses and put this back on right here. Fan shroud, kind of important. My claim anyway. Oh, definitely. What's going on, kiddo?
Do you know where the other drills are?
Yeah, why?
So I can take it apart?
Oh, they might be inside the warehouse.
Okay.
Right, like around the chair and stuff like that, so.
How's this coming along?
It's coming along. Just need to get my 10 millimeter. That's the one that's always missing.
Good luck.
Yeah, right? 10 millimeter is always the socket that's always the mystery socket. I think like I need a whole tool set that's just filled with 10 millimeter. There's an 8. 7/16. But when it comes to that good old 10 millimeter, yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna have to cobble something together. So I got these tightened on the top here, and pretty much I got to tighten those on the bottom here. Just finger torquing it until you get it in place there, so you don't really risk cracking the plastic. Only 2 more bolts and it's pretty much fully assembled. I can get my hand into that spot back there. Yeah, I took Gill Skills. We invited him over for a Father's Day dinner over by the in-laws, and the place is only like 20 miles away from here, but wow, you know, the temperature a lot cooler over there. A little cool breeze. Actually, they have the swimming pool open, but too chilly to go swimming. You go over here and it's Africa hot. It's like Florida over here. You know, especially with that rising river right there. Once again, it's a big difference. You're sweating bullets over here. Yeah, Gills and Gust, I think they're a little late. I mean, originally they're going to be here at about 11 or 11:30, but I think it's past the noon hour and still not here. Alright. Either I gotta get another extension bar or torque this on better by. There we go. Okay, we went we're going to attach that on there first. What else do we want to do? Want to get the overflow hose here. So, did you break all them down?
Yeah.
Cool.
Is it still pink and slimy inside there with all that?
Yeah, there's still some pink slime in there. Some Pepto-Bismol. But there's no water here at the compound really to speak of other than the river, and it's not going to be easy. You can't just flush the system that way. I don't have a garden hose. There's only electricity here.
Well, that won't destroy this radiator, will it?
Yeah, it could screw it up. There's a risk. Although the Chevy water pump is pretty strong, actually.
Okay.
You know, it's not like a small Japanese car.
Right.
Where the water pump is. This one circulates, I don't know what the gallon per minute rating is, but it's pretty high. It's pretty far up there. So my son's claim is this goo that's in there could not do the radiator any favors. Let's put it that way. Brand new radiator. But then again, just gotta get it operating. Actually, the over this thing should actually. Nope, it's got a thing in there. Carry it. It should be under. I tighten that.